Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? Do you like football, but you got some other ideas that you'd like to put out there on the internet? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record this thing? Where do I find background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? How do I even find advertisers? How do I end up doing what I'm doing right now? The answers to every one of these questions is really simple. It's Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Trust me, we did it. We actually started on a different service, Libsyn, and then we moved over to Anchor because we were tired of paying money for nothing. It's not worth it. Come do this thing for free and use your phone to record your stinking podcast. Yeah, we use real mics, but you can just call up your friends and record what you want to talk about and put it on the internet. And that's what we're all doing, right? So if you're ready to start your own podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start.
This is Laces or Faces, an NFL podcast from two dudes who follow Adam Schefter on Twitter.
I'm Woody.
It's Dibs.
And this is week 2 of the preseason, also known as #Solar Eclipse 2017.
Hell yes.
What did we get wrong last week, Dibs?
We got some stuff wrong. No surprise. Google stuff, guys. Top selling jersey, I thought it was Marshawn. It's
Tom Brady.
Marshawn was number 2, though. The receiver that called out Bortles was Allen Robinson. I don't even know what I said, but I was wrong.
And the Packers are actually game 5 for Zeke.
Yep.
49ers are the game 6.
Good chance he won't be back by then. This week we wanted to kick it off with some all-arrested fantasy team picks.
Fantasy's really in, especially after ESPN's 28-hour
special. And as you guys know, we're huge fantasy experts.
Yeah, so USA Today has been keeping track of all NFL players that have gotten arrested since January 1st, 2000.
Which is a lot.
So, yeah, it's nearly 1,000, which is sad.
It's sad.
So we decided to go through that list and pick out our favorite fantasy lineup that we would put in. So, Dibs, why don't you start us off? Who's your quarterback take?
All right. I mean, this might be obvious for some of you, but the best QB in the league, Madden 2007 cover, Mr. Mike Vick.
Wow.
Yeah, he, as we all know, he was famously having cat fights in his. I don't know if they're at his house, but he was fighting cats
In the backyard.
in the backyard. So
Not declawed,
which
is also inhumane.
It's terribly inhumane. Some of them weren't even fixed, and now he's out here telling Kaepernick what to do. So
the part of this game is that you tell the player, and then you have to say what they got arrested for.
Yep, absolutely.
Just so everyone knows. I chose Trevon Boykin.
Ooh, good one. Relevant.
Yeah, relevant. He's hot right now.
He is hot. He's playing well.
Yeah. So, and he got arrested for drugs.
Stay off the weed.
Twice this summer. My first number 1 running back is everyone's favorite, LeGarrette Blount, now with the Eagles. We all know Mr. Blunt got caught with Le'Veon Bell smoking the weed.
And you can't stay off the weed.
Me and Woody actually went to the coldest Monday night game in Tennessee.
Titans history.
Titans history was freezing. We sat in upper deck, and it was the same game that he left the field early. So, he wasn't worried about it. But I guess your number 1 running back is
Adrian Peterson.
Oh, what did he do?
Well, he just beat the crap out of his child.
Hey, we all do it, right? You got to learn. But
I got to be honest. When I read the details, I was like, man. This is terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna be transparent. I definitely didn't, pay attention when it happened. Like what exactly happened?
No, me neither.
And I was reading that too. He was a jerk.
Ugh.
Anyways, number 2 running back. All right, number 2 running back. Love this name. Crying no Sean Marino. He was charged with drunken driving after being pulled over for speeding.
What's next? I don't know. Codeine, weed, alcohol. What's next?
Best part is his license plate reportedly read, all caps, Sauced.
Sauced.
Sauced. So, he was asking for it with that one. But What are you gonna do?
That's a good solid running back number 2.
Yeah, number 2, man.
I went with
got?
Le'Veon Bell, of course,
Stay off the damn weed.
Rolling with Blunt.
who also rolled with Blunt. He got charged with a DUI because he was driving.
Man, it's my friend's weed, dude. I was just driving.
I was just here.
Yeah, it's wrong time, wrong place. But you gotta get some receivers. So for me, I went with Michael Floyd, who was found unconscious in an idle car in Scottsdale, charged with a DUI. At least he pulled over. He was
Right,
like,
I was going to ask, was this in his basement? Was he like trying to kill himself, or was he just so far gone?
I don't. I mean, once you get home, they can't arrest you. So I
Right?
think he
It's
was
not
like,
it's not a crime.
yeah, he's like, I'm drunk. I need to pull over and take a nap. So that's what he did. And hey, sometimes good things happen to bad people. He went to the Pats and got a stinking Super Bowl ring last year. So good job.
for
Good for
him.
you, buddy.
So I chose Des Bryant.
Classic.
Yeah, he beat his mom. So,
But
but he turned himself in.
Yeah, he got that motherly guilt.
Yeah.
I picked a retired player, but once
Also another Dallas Cowboy.
another Cowboy, another Jerry boy, former Cowboy receiver Michael Irvin. Him and another player had a misdemeanor drug charge. He was also taken into custody on a charge of possession of marijuana, less than 2 ounces.
That leaves it a Class B.
Yeah, Class B, guys. Come on, less than 2 ounces. So, but still, good receiver. Stayed in trouble. But you also got to get some tight ends. So, you're number 2 receiver.
Yeah, well, see, we flip-flopped here. I also went with a New England Patriot, Julian Edelman, who
Nice.
I didn't know actually got...
He's a bad boy?
He got arrested for assault.
Ed, dude.
I don't believe it was a woman, though, so...
Oh, well, that doesn't count.
Change of pace for the NFL. So after picking up your wide receiver, you got to have a tight end.
Yes, sir. I went with classic tight end Kellen Winslow Jr. He was accused of possession of synthetic marijuana.
The good stuff.
The fake stuff. After there was a complaint of him parked outside Target in New Jersey. So he probably said, "Hey, kids, go in."
What are you doing when you get a complaint about parking outside Target?
Hey, he was smoking synthetic weed.
What if he was just waiting for
He's probably waiting for his wife and kids.
Yeah,
to get out
November
of the store.
19th? That's pretty close to Black Friday. He's probably trying to get a new
Yeah,
TV.
He's just getting a deal. I mean, who's out here complaining yet, telling on him?
That's trash. Target.
That is trash.
My tight end was Julius Thomas. He got arrested for failure to appear in court.
Lazy. If you need a lawyer, we know one. So he's a big fan of the show. But for my flex position, which can be running back, wide receiver, tight end.
Yeah, this is a tough decision.
This was a tough decision.
There's a lot at your disposal, actually. So
yeah, I actually went with. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this case. It was a couple years back by the name of Ray Rice. He was a Ravens player.
Oh, see, there's so many Ravens players.
Ravens got some bad boys, yeah.
And they're all named Ray.
And they're all Ray Rice. We all saw the video. He did it. He also got hit by her, but it doesn't make it right, guys. So that's my flex player.
I went with the greatest flex player of all time, O.J. Simpson.
The GOAT.
He definitely got arrested, and he definitely killed that lady and her friend.
Hot take.
Nicole Kidman. I'm not Nicole Kidman. Definitely a different person. Nicole Brown's sister, Simpson.
Yep, Nicole. Whatever. But anyways, he also got. I guess he's free, right? He didn't get in trouble for.
Yeah, he got freed.
Stealing his own stuff back. For my defense, I went with the Ravens, of course. Ray Lewis got away with it. Now he's on NBC. I mean.
He really got away with it.
He really did, though, and now
he hoodwinked us all.
He really did
with that charm.
Who'd you get on defense? I already know.
The Bengals.
That's right. I mean, literally everybody I think has a charge against them
Last
right
chance,
now.
you.
Yep. I had I don't know if you picked one, but I had a special teams. I've heard he's making a career transition, so I went with Tiger Woods.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, he had over 6 drugs in his body when he got pulled over, which is the good amount for a kicker. So I think he should. Try something else.
Yeah, and I chose Sebastian Janikowski, who had a DUI. Who knew?
That guy looks like 4,100. I don't even know, but
he just looks like a dad.
He's a dad, and
a dad whose kid is definitely going off to college,
and he's got a drink to deal with it. So that's our arrested fantasy picks. We wouldn't recommend picking any of these players for your fantasy team. Obviously, some of them aren't even active. So,
but we'll let you know how we do.
We'll let you know.
So since it's the preseason, it's our annual Hard Knocks recap.
It's the only thing that we actually look forward to each week. It's fun to get behind the scenes. There was a couple gyms this week. Our good friend Ed Hockley showed up.
Yeah, we named him our number one favorite referee.
Number one favorite referee of the show. Number two, his biceps. He was wearing a polo this time.
I know, it was weird not seeing him in the stripes.
Yeah, he looks super casual. I didn't really like it, to be honest.
It's like seeing your boss out in like shorts.
Yes, you run to your boss at Target and you're like, oh crap. Oh, what are you doing here? I like to
not buying condoms.
Yeah, right. Like I like to imagine that he just wears stripes all the time, like laying on the couch watching TV.
Seriously.
Woody wrote this down. I think it's a good hot take, my man.
Right.
Gerald McCoy, 2017's Von Miller.
I mean, he's got the glasses. He does the personality. He's lovable. He's funny.
So same with Von. Because I feel like Vons are fake. I could be wrong.
His glasses? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. That'll be something.
We might get that wrong.
We might get that wrong this week. Wink, wink. But I always wonder that too. Like, I guess they just wear contacts during the game. He looks like a completely different person.
But hopefully he can bust out some of those Kanye cleats this week.
That would be awesome. I like this guy. Honestly, I'll be honest. I didn't even know who he was till Hard Knocks.
No, same. But yeah, and seeing his football play, he's incredible.
He looks
that's why he's in the Pro Bowl.
He disrupts some. He's
got that get off.
He does. That's right. Yeah, Grimey's wife was awesome. Ed Grimes, he did take a nasty cleat to the shin.
Disgusting.
Dude, that was serious.
But his wife was like cool about it. She's like, ooh, that's deep.
She was showing everybody. Yeah. She was showing everybody. She was awesome, man. She was a strong woman. She's
probably my favorite wife on the show right now.
Yeah, definitely. And then a good old Fitz, man. That beautiful beard backing up.
His beard is amazing.
It really is a good beard. I'll give him that.
So thick, but like well tamed.
And thank God he's keeping with the haircut this year.
Yeah, for real.
But
he gave us a hot take. He gave the world a hot take.
That was amazing, man. Apparently, did he say every team?
He says every team he's been with, which has probably been quite a few.
Well,
he's a career backup.
He said almost every team, the trainers always have hot dogs.
Yeah, it's backed by the doctor, he said.
The doctor.
Which led to him revealing that Mark Sanchez decides to eat the hot dogs on the sideline.
Well, I mean, why not? It's not like he was ever starting or doing anything. So, yeah.
And then he follows up. He's like, don't do that. Respect the game.
Yeah, respect the game, man. I'm backing up a 23-year-old quarterback. Oh, man. Of course, the NFL is always up on the latest recovery methods.
Dude, I didn't think these were real.
I know. I remember seeing like the NBA guys doing them, and I was just like, that looks insane. It's literally just like take a cool Instagram with like vapor coming up on their head.
Dude, it's cool. We know you vape, dude.
You vape, bro. But anyways, yeah, they all were doing this cryo chamber stuff. It's like
cryo chamber.
Cryo chamber.
You got to go to Egypt.
How cold is it? Do you know?
He said 220, which I'm guessing meant negative 220, or maybe that's how does Celsius work?
I don't
We're
know.
in America.
Yeah,
there's no way. I think
that really made me mad. I was like, put this in Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know.
We have seen a lot of the NFL. We saw James Harrison's beautiful acupuncture treatment yesterday.
Yeah. And what seemed to have fallen off is the cupping.
I haven't seen a lot of cupping. Antonio Brown was a big cupper, right?
Huge cupper.
There's been a few. I'm curious to see if we see any cupping, but the guys got to stay healthy, got to recover quickly.
I guess since the Olympics aren't on and Michael Phelps isn't dotted all over the place, it's not cool anymore.
I guess not. But the Tampa Bay Vets also played a prank.
Fake news. Woody fell for fake news again. Big time.
He follows Trump on Twitter. I keep telling him to unfollow him, but
I should have known when I saw that there was one child's ice cream
for like $11,000.
It was free though. It was $0. But I was like, who's the one guy on the Bucks that's gonna order a child's ice cream?
Child's ice cream, please. But they pranked the rookie. So funny, guys.
Ooh, you pranked all of us. Great. Thanks for the fake news.
Yo, this was like straight up savage. I guess I don't think it was supposed to leak, right? I mean,
I don't know.
It looked like a player or maybe
it was on the Instagram story.
It was like maybe someone snuck a pic. It was like a crooked pic of the slide during their meeting.
Yeah, and let me go ahead and read down what it said. Things you won't see during camp. Chris Baker taking more than 3 reps during practice. Coach Barry not looking out of the corner of his eye at Hop while coaching up. I don't really know what that means.
I don't know their coaches that well. Who does?
Coach Kennedy having a small bulge in his pants. I like that one. AG actually answering one of Duff's questions during a meeting.
Nice.
Noah Spence checking out a black girl in the stands during practice.
Ooh.
I'm not so sure what that means.
Yeah, sorry about it.
Coach Barry and Coach Hobb not air blocking during every single run play. Brent Grimes in control of his marriage. Wow. Bobo and D-Jack staying awake for a whole meeting. And then the worst of all, Roberto making his kicks, ... Roberto making the team, ... You know what? Never mind.
Savage, man.
Woo!
Shots fired, dude.
Yikes.
mean, I felt bad.
I did feel bad, and then they were accurately fired because we saw that knuckleball that he kicked for the Bears.
Gosh, dude. I want to feel for him. I'm not going to lie. Like, I want to cheer for him, but it's like, dude, you are not helping yourself.
Bro, take a gap year. Go travel Europe.
Man.
Maybe learn from those soccer guys.
Seriously, though.
The real football.
The real football. But he literally, like... I don't know if you felt this way, but when I was watching him get cut too, it was almost like this sad breakup. It was just like he kept repeating, like, I just got to do better. I got to try harder. And I was like, dude, just leave. You're cut. Like,
I know.
But hey, maybe he'll come around before preseason.
Somebody did comment. They're like, "Hey, maybe it was windy," and then someone pointed out that the Cardinals play in a covered stadium. So
slight draft.
That's a lot of air conditioning for that ball to do what it did.
Man, terrible. Yeah, so thanks to Aguayo and the other guy, I think the Bucks are 0 for 2 on extra points.
Fun stat.
Yeah, Nick Folk, right?
Yeah, he's
the rest of the NFL is doing fine. They're 112 for 114. So
PATs.
Kicking struggles in paradise, but hey, maybe they'll figure it out before regular season starts. So Aguayo was not protesting. He has too much else on his mind, like making kicks, but we all saw a few more protests this week, a couple conversations with the media.
A lot of people protesting this week.
And it's just preseason week too. So, Kaepernick started a fire.
It kind of makes me think, is it a protest anymore if everybody's doing it?
I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm kind of feeling too. Is it still effective if everyone's doing it? And will reporters eventually just
I think that's why
care?
It's effective, because the reporters just keep talking about it.
It's true. Everyone I've seen, there's 6 photographers just on a knee, getting a close-up pic,
Which they're on the knee. They're probably kneeing the whole thing anyway. Those photographers, let's go talk to one of them.
Exactly. They're protesting their crappy salaries. So, I mean, anyways.
But in all seriousness, I support the whole kneeling thing.
Absolutely. Use your, a lot of them are using their platform.
Yeah.
But hey, honestly, it's freedom of speech, guys. Let them say what they want,
Yeah, I mean, the only person you're making mad is Jerry Jones.
Yeah, poor Jerry. And all he's got to worry about is Zeke right now. But Martellus Bennett is a tight end for the Packers. He had a good interview, which he talked about how we need to not have all this violence right now. It's 2017. He wants the future for his daughter to be great. They should be having flying cars by then.
By now.
By now. He is a good dude, man. I followed him on Instagram when the Packers picked him up.
Homer alert.
Sorry, Doe. But he is a good dude. He worked out literally every day this summer. So excited about that. But tweet at us, give us your opinion. No, please don't.
Wait a minute. Who beat the Packers way late in the game for that playoff win?
I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Real big hot news coming out of Arizona.
It is pretty hot news. I don't know if everyone's noticed. Bruce Arians has made a fashion choice this year.
He's changing those spectacles.
Changing the specs. He went from Oakley to Ray-Ban this year.
Do you think it's he needs more glasses for his face? Because Oakley's pretty sporty.
Oakley is pretty sporty. I thought he would maybe go Nike, but hey.
Maybe that's next year, 2018.
Next year's Nike, I hope. So, I mean, they are the NFL sponsor. I don't know if I trust this guy, because we also found out in the summer that he drank paint as a kid. I don't know.
Did it say what kind? What color?
It didn't say. They did. I was like, okay, are you going to at least tell me why? And they did say that he did it as a kid because he truly believed that drinking paint would make him harder to tackle in neighborhood football games.
Yeah, so that's true, because you're crapping your pants.
Exactly. So no one wants to tackle you.
No.
But yeah, we're excited to see what he wears next season. Tweet us your ideas.
I'm really hoping for those lens crafters.
I'm hoping we get him a lens crafters deal this next year.
And then free transition lenses for the whole aerial Arizona Areola Cardinals.
Absolutely. When he comes out of the locker room for second half, and they're in that weird transition stage.
Oh.
Good old Bruce.
Speaking of another hot team, just the weather, not the actual team.
Down in Jacksonville, who's the quarterback down there?
Board holes.
That's right. Throwing some blort bombs. Jags have some quarterback struggles, man.
He was airing it out literally to nobody.
Overthrowing receivers like left and right. It was terrible. But guess who his backup is?
A guy named Chad
Henne, man, which I think he's been in the league for almost 10 years now. Been a backup for a while, but
he's living that life,
man. I think the Jags probably should have drafted a young quarterback this draft. I don't know. There was only 10 available.
Just a few,
but they didn't. And so I was just curious. I looked last year. He is 58.9 completion percentage, 23 TDs, not bad, but 16 picks. So
yikes! The ratio to that, I can't even do the math.
I don't even know
it's very close to 1.
I don't even. And so just to put it in perspective, Rodgers was 65%, 40 TDs and 7 interceptions.
Homer.
Brady was 67.4% completion, 28 TDs and only 2 picks. What the hell,
disgusting.
Brady?
Hey, it's not fair. He didn't play 4 games.
That's true. That's true. Hot take. That's true. No, we do know that his receivers are pretty frustrated. As we corrected ourselves, Allen Robinson had the video saying, "Throw that shit in bounds, man." Come on, dude.
Man.
He's
I don't blame him. That's frustrating.
Yeah, Blake Blortholes is a professional. Like, you literally get paid to throw the ball in bounds and not over your receiver, dude. Come on.
No, only some get paid to do it.
That's true. That's true. But
again, it's only chance that you and I aren't out there.
It's only chance, guys. I mean, I just missed a couple genetics. I don't blame my dad. He's a big listener, but
we'll start a GoFundMe page, and so you can somebody hook us up with an HGH guy, and
dude, hook me up with
out there.
Yo, hook me up with some HGH. Those are going straight into my my hammies because I want to be a kicker.
Seriously, I'm going to South Beach, figure out who A-Rod had.
That's right, dude. I want to be a kicker next year. So if you guys would support me, that'd be awesome. Surprisingly, though, some people are getting paid this year, man.
The big bucks.
So some people that are getting paid this year, we all know the Ravens' stupid deal with Joe Flacco.
Flat on your back, Flacco.
$24.55 million this year.
That is insane.
Insane for an injured quarterback. And then number 2, Loudmouth Norman over in Washington.
Yeah, he's doing a whole lot to back that money up.
Oh my gosh. I guess he played well enough last year, so they gave him $20 million this year. He's actually third highest on the list, but second highest is Justin Houston with $21.1 million.
I feel like that guy, he's earning his money.
No, he is, man. He's in Kansas City, I believe, and he's a pretty beast. So yeah, people getting paid, man. Like we said, it's just chance we're not in the NFL and making this money. So keep grinding, guys. Maybe it'll be you next year.
Well, there actually is an organization that's not going to be making any money on Sundays down in Atlanta, and that's Chick-fil-A.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they decided they're not going to be open on Sundays for the games.
No nug trays for Sunday.
No spicy chicken sandwiches.
That beautiful new stadium, too, right?
So yeah, with the $5 sodas or $2 sodas and $5 hot dogs.
Yeah, like good prices. And Chick-fil-A is in the stadium, though, right?
Yeah, it's there.
So every Thursday night game, if there's one in Atlanta.
Well, they'll get those Saturday college games, but...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they'll make their money.
Hey, it's the Lord's Day. It'll come back.
It's the Lord's Day. Bless football.
Yep.
Someone who's not been blessed this year, unfortunately, is Sackenberg.
Oh.
Christian Sackenberg up in New York. He plays for the Fighting Jets, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to be the starter, but they're trying to keep it on the hush-hush. Josh McCown is probably going to be the starter. I read an article as someone who titled him a seasoned vet, which I didn't know playing for the Browns got you that in Tampa Bay, I think.
Backing up in Tampa Bay.
Backing up. But, yeah, Hackenberg had a great game against the Lion. He was 2 of 6 for 14, sacked twice. Not that he got much of a chance. His O-line was pretty terrible, right?
Yeah, they just let guys go unblocked and just blow you up. So.
I know Woody watched a lot of that film this week. He was really
tons of film. Really, I'm on. I got the all 22.
Nice. Yeah, he was really digging into the trenches this week. So he's going to be putting out a separate podcast called O-Line Fanboy. Check that out.
Big film guy.
Fortunately, the Bills are not going to get help from Mr. Bolden this year anymore.
Oh, he gave up on a couple plays, and he gave up on his career.
No more for Anquan. I really think he got to the Bills and saw that they were, pretty much punting for the next year, and just said, "Screw this."
They're a big 3-and-out team.
I don't blame him, honestly, man. So me and Woody are secret big fans of, not even secret, but big fans of the Bills Mafia. So we were really excited for this year because they're just going to be angry.
More sex in the nosebleeds.
I mean, maybe a couple more dildos thrown onto the field.
I'm just really hoping for some big suplexes and body slams
Yes.
into tables caught on fire.
Yes, they're notorious for their body slams before the games. I mean, we should try and go up there and record a podcast.
I would love to go up there.
Right. Yeah, so we're gonna put out a GoFundMe this week. Send us to Buffalo for a game, and we'll
check our Insta story.
Check our Insta stories. We'll do some interviews.
So if we're gonna have to travel up to go see the Bills, we'll be going to New York, and we'll have to decide. Let's decide right now who's going to be the worst team. Who's taking the cake for the worst team in the state of New York?
I mean, we got the Jets are not looking good with Josh McCown starting.
Hey, don't say anything to the media.
That's right. Don't tell anybody. But man, I think it's going to be the Jets.
Yeah, I think the Jets. I mean, at least the Bills have LaShawn McCoy.
They have LaShawn McCoy, Tyrod Taylor. I know he's not doing great, but I think he can be a threat as long as he can get some receiver help.
Well, neither of them are going to be Brady, so what do you do?
I know, yeah.
Giants are what you got to win.
Even try?
Jets are the ones that take the loose.
Cheer for the Giants. I will always cheer for the Giants against the Cowboys. There's big competition in LA for the worst team.
That is true.
For the Chargers and the Rams. There's a little heat from Mike Martz, the old Rams coach.
Yeah, the greatest show on turf.
Greatest show on turf. There's no more turf, Mike, but
now everybody's playing on pellets. What are you going to say now?
Yeah, exactly. So, he had a fascinating career after he won the Super Bowl. Went and coached the Lions, Niners, and Bears, all just notoriously great franchises. So I think he might be a little hurt, but he had a nice quote for Jared's new coach.
Yeah, he said they hired a buddy for Jared. The NFL has nothing to do with being the friend. The NFL has nothing to do with being the friend or the buddy of the quarterback. You got to coach him. You got to work them hard with respect. But buddy. And this guy's a quarterback expert? An offensive expert? Wait a minute while I puke. Right, he's going to be able to teach and handle and guide Jared through the times because of all of his expertise and knowledge, ? Right. I'm not going to drink that Kool-Aid.
Hot take, Mark.
Also,
Mike
Martz is not Southern, I don't think, but
he might not even be Southern. But hey, he does not like this Sean McVoy. Is that his name?
McVay. Timothy McVay. Not the same guy.
He is not a fan of this young guy coming in and being buddy with Jared. He's probably just they're swiping on Tinder together and going out in LA.
Dude.
So what are you gonna do, Mike?
Can you imagine?
Maybe you should find a new hobby.
He just wrote a book, so that's
not relevant anymore.
Yeah, he's in the news.
The Chargers, though, they're playing in that massive stadium of 21,000.
Wait, the San Diego StubHubs?
The San Diego StubHubs. Again, I've been reading reports of they keep showing up to practice, and the Galaxy are practicing, and they have to wait in the parking lot. But there was only 143 more people than the crowd for last week's preseason game against the Seahawks.
Which their stadium only holds about 23,000 or something.
Yeah. So, it's not like it was that much more. But what do you expect, man? Apparently, how much are tickets? Like $192 average,
on
right?
average is $192.
So,
for the preseason.
For the preseason. Now we're probably averaging maybe Patriots preseason tickets, which are probably more than the Chargers. But that's ridiculous.
No. This is at the Chargers stadium for that.
Just for those?
Just for the Chargers, $192 on average.
That's ridiculous.
And we went and saw the Titans for $10.
We could have gone and saw the Titans this past week for $10.
Yeah,
I looked at game time, but it's so freaking hot. But anyways, so good luck, Chargers, if you can even stay a franchise after this year. Rough times in LA, guys. But not rough times for our good man's Ben McAdoo. He got a new haircut. Same stash. New haircut. Same vaguely Hitlerish stash, but he's slicking the hair back. Got some gel.
He's been going to sports clips. He's a sports clips guy.
He's a sports clip guy, man. He's got a clubhouse card, and
he's getting all those MVP haircuts with the
absolutely.
They get the little towel and the
hot towel on the face. Towel. This is great with some lavender. Yeah, he got a new haircut, but it couldn't help his other famous hair, Mr. OBJ. We all saw it. got wrecked. Do you think it was a dirty hit?
I don't think it was a dirty hit.
I don't really either. I think OBJ's
He's an actor. That's what I'll say.
He's an actor.
I don't know.
He's been known to be a little dramatic.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
He's
good,
and he's fine. He walked back out on the field. They did an MRI like today, and he had a sprained ankle or something like that.
Man, he should have his own TV show.
He really should. I mean, his Instagram is just so
It is his
entertaining.
TV show.
It really is, though. But yeah, I don't know, man. It does bring up the fact of, is preseason honestly really worth it for some of these guys?
I mean, I feel like it's just a tryout, really. It's a recruiting trick.
It is a recruiting trick, and it's good. I think it is good for these, these guys that are trying to make the team, and they need reps. They need to show what they can do in a game.
Just don't play the starters until week 3, and then rest them week 4.
Like, it's just not worth it. Like, I was honestly pretty surprised that a lot of starters played this week. OBJ goes out there, and that's literally your nightmare.
Yeah. You and everybody else's fantasy team.
Exactly. Yeah, everybody's like crying about who's.
I heard the curdles of destruction
Lord.
from all of the fantasy
experts out there. But you know who's not worried about it because he will get paid no matter what.
Roger G,
the God.
Ugh.
Roger Goodell. This is crazy. He is number 3 on, and he's not even a sport athlete.
He just makes the money from the athletes.
He just makes the money off of their talents. A-Rod and Kobe are the only other players in North America to earn more than Goodell since 2006.
That is just...
That's mind-blowing.
Insane. And he's not signing up. He's working out another 5-year deal.
Probably, yeah. And I don't know when there's the big... we'll correct ourselves next week, but there's...
CBA?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming 2020 or 2021.
I think it's 2020 or 20, a few years after that, but that'll be...
Hope one of their points is that fired Goodell.
Fire Goodell. It's got to be, man. I've already heard rumors of a strike and all that
We
crap.
want to smoke marijuana and fire Goodell.
I mean, it's all medical, you know, so it's not a big deal. But we'll see. We'll see if he gets another 5 years. If Trump gets reelected, then I can guarantee you Goodell will get reelected. So
yeah, I can hear all those people out there. 5 more years.
Gosh. Well, we'll see what happens. Stay tuned.
But maybe before then, we'll have another solar eclipse.
Maybe before then. Maybe by then some teams will make the playoffs, like the Browns. I doubt it. It was pretty fun yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we're obviously recording this in Nashville, where we had pure totality.
Path of totality.
It was pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, but it was fun seeing a lot of the NFL players checking out the eclipse yesterday. Mr. OBJ was trying to mimic Trump. He forgot his glasses.
Yeah, he was like, how long am I not supposed to stare at it?
Oh, I'm blind. I just got hit in the ankle. Rogers was like on a small street, main town. Or
the only street in Green Bay.
Main Street, yes. Main Street, small town. Looking up. He had his glasses, though, and good old crooked-faced Carol was looking the wrong way. But yeah, a reporter actually got Bill Belichick to respond about the eclipse.
Not even respond. He even genuinely laughed. He chuckled. He Bella-chuckled.
And Bruce Arians informed everybody that you're not supposed to stare at it.
You know not to look at that damn thing, right? I know you looked at it. I did not look without the proper eyewear.
I guess that's it for this week.
I was hanging out with my man's Jeff Fisher yesterday. He actually he had the day off. He actually has every day off right now, but we ended up watching the eclipse together. We had a good time. We really enjoyed it, and we were just chit chatting. Tried to get him on the show this week, but he promised his wife they'd go to Cracker Barrel tonight down in Franklin. So I'm sorry, guys, I couldn't get him on this week, but I promise you he will be on probably next week. So stay tuned.
This week's episode is brought to you by the guy down at $5 with long hair.
He will happily hand you your cronuts. They're really inexpensive. I think they're like $6 each.
Perfectly affordable for all people.
Please go check out $5. It's long-haired guy. He's got glasses, probably wearing a Braves hat, and he'd love to talk to you, so go say hey.
Take an Instagram where it didn't happen.